The story of the Golden Bowl, greed's loss, kindness is gain. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village near a river, there was an old house where a grandmother and her granddaughter lived. They were once a wealthy family, but a very bad sickness made them lose their sons, brothers, and all their money. Now, they were poor and made a living by working for others. In their home, they had an old dirty bowl that the head of the family used for eating meals in the old days. Over time, it had become overlooked among their pots and pans. They didn't know it was made of gold. One day, two salesmen came to the village. The first salesman was greedy. He shouted, "Jewelry for sale!" The granddaughter begged her grandmother, "Please buy me some bangles, Grandma." The grandmother said, "We have no money, dear. What can we give in exchange?" She invited the salesman in and showed him the old bowl, saying, "Please take this and give my granddaughter something in exchange." The salesman took the bowl, scratched it, and realized it was gold. He wanted to keep it for himself without giving anything in return. So he threw the bowl on the ground and left, saying, "It's worthless." Later, a second salesman came. He was kind and gentle. The granddaughter asked her grandmother for bangles again. The grandmother was unsure, but the granddaughter begged to try again. They invited him in and gave him the bowl. He immediately recognized its value and said, "Mother, this bowl is worth $1 million, but I don't have that much money." The grandmother explained what the first salesman had said. The kind salesman, moved by their honesty, gave them all the money and jewelry he had, keeping only his scales, bag, and a few coins for himself. He hurried to the river, paid the boatman, and left. The greedy salesman came back, asking for the bowl. The grandmother scolded him, saying, "You said our golden bowl was worthless. A kind salesman gave us all the money and jewelry he had for it and took the bowl away." The greedy salesman was filled with sadness and anger. He threw away his money and goods and ran to the river. Seeing the kind salesman already crossing, he shouted to the boatman to return, but the kind salesman told him not to. Filled with deep sadness, the greedy salesman's heart broke and he died on the riverbank. Remember, always be kind and honest, just like the good salesman. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales.